both of these rigs are very similar with a few differences, and both of them are optimized to do the things that they do.
All right, so what you see beside me is a truck with an empty trailer, and that can only mean one of two things. We're going to get something, or we're taking something somewhere. And we're doing kind of both. So today is the day. We've been waiting for a year to go down to Matt's Off-Road Recovery and get Dory the Explorer or Deja Blue. So you guys are going with us to go pick up the XJ. We're gonna be painting that thing at some point. We're gonna be doing recoveries. It's gonna be our new Banana. I mean, that's literally what it was built for. But about a week ago, I got a text from Matt's son, Rhett. He said, hey, it's Derby season. Got any Derby cars? And I was like, you know, I got quite a few. So we went over to the storage lot, took a couple pictures, sent them to him. He chose his favorite one, and we are picking it up today. So we've got a Chevy Malibu over here that we're gonna be putting on the trailer and hauling down to Rhett. All right, we got the car loaded, barely. Doesn't run so great. It's probably why the person never came back for it. I'll get it strapped down, and we're off. All right, we stopped at Adventure's second stop. Fuel up at Love's. Grab some ice and some drinks for tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna be 115 degrees in the hurricane area. We're going to Sand Hollow to go see if Deja Dory and the Banana are the exact same or not. Supposedly, Deja Blue is a direct replica of the Banana, and we're gonna find out. So we'll get fueled up, grab a few things, and we're off. All right, so we made it to Matt's Off-Road Recovery. We are unhooking the trailer because we're gonna go eat some food.
Who's just pulling up?
I didn't even realize you were in there.
I was just finishing up your Jeep.
Yeah.
Got my new hubs to put on tomorrow.
Check out this race car. Have you been driving this?
This is our shop.
So awesome. All right, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. We made it to Matt's yard, and we are with Deja Blue. This baby hasn't been cold started in months. All right, so we stopped at Maverick, got all fueled up. So Deja Blue, it's full of gas. Now we're following Matt and the Banana, and we've got Sean and Pumbaa behind us. So they drove down this morning. We got Colton in the back. He's gonna be running up and down the rocks today. We're going to double Sammys, and we might do 777s out the top, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're just following Matt. We're gonna go enjoy the day and see what Deja Blue could do. I put my whole might into turning the hubs. Couldn't get him to move. Matt just used his pinky and locked my hubs in. We got Shawnee's gonna air down, and then we're headed up. But it's a beautiful morning, 7 a.m. We'll go have some fun. All right, so Matt's gonna show us a bunch of stuff underneath the hood, and he already showed us a little quirk and feature. You gotta pull real hard on the hood release and it comes open.
Okay, so you have a clutch delete, a fan clutch delete. That means it's pulling maximum air when the engine's on at whatever RPM you're doing. It's as much air as that fan can pull. So that's one of them. This overflow is much smaller than these came with. You're gonna have to stay on top of it. It's just part of owning an XJ. You just
Make sure
you just stay on top of it. So after a hard day of wheeling, just check it. Just keep topping it off. It's okay if it pukes out. That's normal. That's an XJ. Just put it back in and you're done.
So just carry extra coolant in their back. We're not that prepared.
You'll be absolutely fine today. Where this is primarily not going to be in the sand dunes and primarily not where it's 110 degrees, you're already ahead of me.
So this will primarily be in the mountains. So where Matt takes his into the sand, we won't have to worry as much, but we will still have to worry because Fred likes to overheat in the mountains.
Does Fred overheat?
Oh yeah. Fred's on his last leg. Fred should be shot.
I don't know how these got adjusted or set, but what you're supposed to do is let all the air out of the top, set the bottom at whatever, 100 pounds or 120 pounds. The more you put in there, it increases the spring rate.
Okay.
Let's climb some rocks.
Look at you.
Boy, you don't want to show that you struggle at all?
Wow, what a show off. Uh-oh. The banana wins. Apparently he knows his way around here.
Oh my gosh, that gave me the butterfly.
Well, she said they're stuck, but then she said we're turning around. So I don't know what that means.
All right, so that was a joke. They weren't actually stuck, but for some reason his e-brake keeps engaging on Pumbaa. So they decided just to park it. They hopped in with Matt. We're gonna go up to the trailhead. No big deal. That's the first time Pumbaa has ever been in a sand dune. So you know what? Shakedown run. So this is Double Sammy, and I don't even know what it is. We're about to find out. So crazy how they just crawl up these things. That was my head. Was it really? Look at the banana. We're just following right behind. Captain. So weird. I feel like I have no idea where you're at. Oh, they're hitting their hitch. But Jake is just no big deal hanging out the window.
We should have.
All right, so I'm about to go up something, and it looks cool, so they're gonna jump out. They're flexed out. I think that's smart. Sorry, I couldn't.
Oh no, I
I
need a spotter. I'm just not gonna take one.
Oh, okay. You have an open diff?
Yeah,
Okay.
same as you.
Okay, no, because it was like,
It's not open, it's a positive.
gotcha.
You'll see why.
All right. Fair enough. We'll see how this goes. Hey, I need a spotter.
You gotta be careful, Robbie. You're gonna get used to them Patagonians.
I know. I was thinking that in my brain, and I didn't want to express it, but these are pretty good.
They're pretty good tires. So you've got the Yukon Grizzly in the front, Dana Spicer Powerlock Posi in the rear, same as the Banana. You never have to worry about lockers. You can't even tell the front end's locked, well, I would guess. You're just
No,
like,
just
yeah, just drive it. That's an optional obstacle. That's That's probably an 8 obstacle right there.
Well, it seemed like it went right through it. If I would have had a hitch like you, it would have been a little bit more work.
Yeah. You're taller and wider. We made some adjustments. I didn't want you to make it exactly like mine because you don't work here.
That's true. They did a really, really fantastic job so far. So I have 0 complaints so far. This is Colton's first time ever riding in the back seat of anything four-wheel driving. John and Angie's first time in the back of anything going four-wheel drive. We're just out having fun with our friends. Oh, look at that. What's that? You were all flecked out with your tire off. So
Yeah, you got longer struts.
I was gonna say, 'cause they're like, oh yes!
So come look at that. You look under here. Robbie's got a skid plate I don't have because I know Hillbilly's going to be driving this.
Yeah, it's gonna need it. Fine, everybody's fine. We're okay. Oh look, backing up. So the Banana, we have longer suspension. So Matt, I mean everything Matt's doing that looks super, super, super cool, we can't make Deja Blue do as cool stuff as him. See, like he's riding a front tire off the ground, two-wheeling it. Just three-wheeling it, two-wheeling it. We don't get to do that because this has such good suspension.
Easy right then. Oh, that's crossed up.
You're finally lifting the wheel. Oh, good.
That looks amazing. That's started.
It was sitting so level, I didn't expect it. That was cool. That was pretty neat.
So Deja Blue and the Banana just beat up Double Sammy and took his lunch money.
Well, good.
That's
Yeah.
what happened. You better drive it through the chute. Have you driven it through the chute yet?
Uh-uh.
Let's go do the chute. We're
Okay.
done.
Cool. We literally just, I can't say this on YouTube, but we just made that our
best friend.
And that's why we do this, because it's a good time and we show you guys a good time.
But guess where we're headed now? We're headed to go do the chute. So Weston drove this up the chute, so I know it'll make it, but I've never driven up the chute. So Demery just jumped out because Jake jumped out, so obviously Matt's gonna do something cool. I don't know what he's doing, but if Banana's gonna do it, we're definitely gonna try it. I'm not 100% sure where we're at, but I 100% fully trust that man right up there, so I'm just gonna follow him. That wheel came off the ground. All right, so now I know where we're at. If you guys don't remember, we brought the lamo up here with Donut Media, climbed right up out of it to this.
Well, don't mention Remo.
She doesn't want me to mention the lamo. She's sad because it sits out back. But the Lamo made it up here, and then this is where we got to the top of the record games off of the trail down there. I don't know what it was called. But anyway, the chute is right up here. All right, let's go do the chute.
Yeah, you get up the first time,
looking
and it
up.
starts to level out, and then it goes straight up.
Yeah. It's not as bad though when there's not 1,000 people around.
Right.
It's like, oh, I can do that.
This is a pretty capable rig.
All right, so we made it to the top of the chute. We're gonna go park in the shade because it's getting super hot, and we're gonna go over the differences and the similarities between the Banana and its clone. I'm gonna call this Banana's baby boy. So if the Banana had a baby, and the baby was blue, this would be it.
That's why I work today. Represent.
And one day, it's exactly what Deja Blue is gonna look like.
So here's the deal. The original plan was to make a clone of the Banana. First of all, let me back up here for a second. Robbie has painted, like, he completely restored the Banana. Didn't charge me a dime, not a dime. The Golden Nugget. Robbie offered to paint the Golden Nugget. How much did you charge me? Not a dime. 0. Blue Steel. Same deal. I'm like, you know, Robbie, I'd like to pay you back. What do you need? And Robbie says, I need the Banana. And I'm like, well, you can't have it, but I'll tell you what, I'll build you one. So that's what we did here. We built a clone of the Banana, but it's been tweaked a little bit for Robbie's area. It's taller because he deals with a lot more snow and mud and that kind of stuff. Other than that, it's just kind of some small things. I've got the Desert Package cooling system. So let's see how they compare. Badlands Apex winches on both of them. Homemade custom bumper by Matt's Fabrication and Fabrication Shop. Cheap and lazy fabrication. The heart of both of these beasts is the Golan 4.6 stroker, and it is a beast of a motor. Next, I've got a narrowed Super Duty front axle. It's a Dana 60 on Deja Blue. We got a Dynatrack. I don't know what model it is, but we ordered it 66 inches wide. Both of these front axles have the Yukon Grizzly locker. They both have complete PSC systems. That's going to be the pump, the reservoir, the ram assist. Both rigs have homemade triangulated 4-link front suspension. Don't even try to do it. It does not work. It doesn't work. Both rigs have custom homemade metal fenders that are welded to these. These fenders are no longer removable. If you have any body work to do, it's going to be cutting and welding. It will not be unbolting and replacing. So both of these Jeeps are running the stock AW4 transmission, and everybody knows it's got Toyota guts in it. Transfer case. Both rigs are set up identical with an Atlas 3-to-1 transfer case, 2-speed. Both rigs are running Adams drive shafts, front and rear. Robbie's running KMC wheels with 37-inch Milestar Patagonia MT02s. The Banana is running race lines, 17-inch race lines with 37, 1250, 17 Milestar Patagonia MT02s. So that's identical. Robbie's got more skid protection underneath it because, like I said, hillbilly. And in the back, both rigs are sporting the same triangulated 4-link rear suspension, and they're on ORI struts at all 4 corners. Both of these rigs are loaded with Barnes 4-wheel drive parts. All the brackets and gussets and just the little doodads. The Banana has a custom dash. It's had an interior carpet delete, same with Deja Blue. Deja Blue's running its stock dashboard. Both of them have an interior roll cage that goes down, pinned to the floor in multiple places. It's actually a structural unit for the body. That's its primary purpose. Flops and mild rollovers is its secondary purpose, but stiffening the whole chassis is primary on both of them. Rear axles. Deja Blue is running a Dynatrack rear axle. It's a Dana 60. It's got the Dana Spicer Powerlock posi. I'm running an axle I found in a field. with the Dana Spicer Power Lock posi. It's also a Dana 60, and it's been upgraded to 35 spline axles. And I might add that this Dynatrack's a 35 spline axle. So these axles came out of the junkyard and were modified and upgraded. These ones came from Dynatrack, but they kind of ended at the same place with the same lockers, the same tires, the same axles. This was an enormous amount of work. This one, Dynatrack was like, hey, you're doing this for Robbie. Robbie does a lot of charity work. He helps a lot of people out. We're going to help you out on this. Dynatrack sponsored these axles. Golan sponsored the engine. PSC sponsored the power steering stuff. Milestar sponsored the tires. And Tom sponsored a ton of his time. Tom did. Both of these are sporting Flowmaster exhaust, the HP2. Robbie's running a 12-inch muffler. The Banana's running an 18-inch muffler. There is a difference. Out back here, we got these custom fabricated rear bumpers, and they'll pass the kick test.
They passed the slides on rock test too.
Yeah. Robbie's Jeep sits up about an inch higher, maybe an inch and a half higher. Not much higher, but
pretty close.
We're pretty close. You've got 14-inch ORIs in the rear, 12-inch in the front, and I'm running 12s in the front and 10s in the rear. So that's why in parts of the trail where I was lifting a tire and you weren't, that's the difference.
That's why your rig looks lots cooler because the tire was in the air, and this one was just like.
Yeah. So, and then it's got a custom rear tailgate, lift gate. What is this, a lift gate?
Yeah, custom rear lift gate, courtesy of the Offroad Record Games.
Well, we just got rear-ended on the trail.
I was gonna blame Weston and Sean.
Sean, the Peck brothers. Who else can we blame? The audience for cheering them on.
Oh, both rigs, you can see it right here. Both rigs have custom Corvair louvers, so early model Corvair inlet louvers. We've made them into outlet louvers, and we learned that one of them has to be fake. So yeah, we are posers. Both of us are posers. The left one isn't functional because what it does is it lets hot air into the inlet for your AC system, and that's no bueno. So we deleted that. Oh, Adams was also a sponsor. Adams Drive Shaft. They sent drive shafts for Deja Blue because this guy. Look at this guy. Who couldn't want to help this guy? Both of these rigs are very similar with a few differences, and both of them are optimized to do the things that they do.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just excited. So we're going to drive back down the sand dunes, head to Matt's shop, and we have to go look at the spud truck.
It's not quite a pacer.
It's a little weird because it's like you're hauling butt, but you're going so slow. He's just heating up the tires is all. We're gonna unstrap Rhett's car. We're just giving him a derby car. It's not even that big of a deal. All right, there you go, Rhett. There's your new Malibu.
Oh yeah.
Hey, remember when Rhett...
She's a clean one owner.
Okay.
Rhett was the one who drove the Cavalier off the trailer with no ramps.
Yeah, we should have just left the ramps off. This one at least has a piece.
Oh yeah.
See, look, power window.
Well, they won't be there for long, but
Yeah, hey, it at least runs, so that's a plus.
oh yeah, those brakes are in and out.
You love it?
Oh yeah.
Clean. All right, gave him the title. It's all his. Don't let us down.
I won't.
All right. So Matt's got something he wants to show me on a spud truck. So let's go in and take a look at that.
All right, we got out of the outside and into the inside before it got too hot. It's supposed to be 107 today.
Well, we didn't have to fill it, luckily.
Luckily, we made it here. I didn't bring you here to talk about the weather.
Matt made a boo-boo, and we're
did.
here to assess the boo-boo and see if it's fixed.
So you're supposed to pretend like you've never seen it before. You're like, what did you do?
Okay, all right.
Oh,
So
he's really gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a question. I walked in and I noticed something.
Do you see the way this guy acts? He's an actor.
I think you're having some explaining to do.
So here's the deal. I'm just trying to.
Oh my gosh, it gets worse.
I know. I'm trying to ease my pain with humor here. But is that something you would try to pull out, or are we looking for a door?
No, I think we can fix it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it'll get replaced, but I think we pull it out, rebuild the inner, rebuild the outer, build a new rocker.
So I'll essentially keep this door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If we just keep the original door.
I know we can get these.
Actually, I was talking to Sean. We can fabricate that up quick.
Oh, I forget you got a fabricator.
Yeah, I have a fabricator.
All right, so for those of you that were wondering why I'm not having Robbie fix this, turns out I am having Robbie fix this, just not yet.
Yeah.
We're not done wrecking this truck yet.
So hopefully he doesn't put any more boo-boos like this, but we are gonna take this spud truck and paint it.
I thought he was going to say we were going to take this spud truck seriously.
We are gonna take this job very seriously, but we're not gonna do body work. We're just gonna do paint work.
I'm really getting fond of this blue color, but
I can't imagine why. I like blue also.
But the problem is that's the same color as Robbie's colors. Okay, Rep votes yellow racing stripes.
That would make it so fast.
I don't know. Let us know what you would do. If this was your truck, what would you do?
What about these dents up here? So it's got a few spud mishaps from the fields.
Yeah, I want to leave them. This is part of this truck's history. I want, when people say, what happened here? I'm going to say spud truck. This was a farm truck.
It was doing.
I grew up around farm trucks. I have soft spot in my heart for farm trucks. There is no truck that works like a farm truck. Well, you think about it, you know, if you're towing and hauling, you're like working the engine and the drivetrain. When you're farming, you work every square inch of the truck.
I'm pretty sure they used the bumper to push some things because both sides are dented.
And
The
then
mounting brackets are
it got
bent.
stuck, and they probably wrapped a chain around both of those hooks,
Oh yeah.
and they pulled together as it came forward. So yeah, I don't think I want any filler or.
Other
you
than
know,
that, it's a nice truck.
it's
This thing
so clean. I don't
very
know
good
if you
shape.
saw how clean this is.
It's like no rust at all.
Oh,
It's even got the original panel.
yeah.
Oh, it's got a tachometer.
It's got the radio delete plate,
Yeah.
which is
I've never seen a delete plate.
yeah. My dad's truck when I was little, he had a 70 GMC, and it had the radio delete plate, and I was.
So that's like base
So-
model.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it going like, hey, this reminds me of being a little kid. I've
That's
got
cool.
power lock posies in all 3 axles.
Now, which one is the Dana 80 that I gave you?
We weren't able to use it. It was
Oh.
too new.
All right, never
Too
mind.
new. We used the guts out of it.
Okay, at least you used something.
Yeah. So it was the right gear ratio.
If you haven't done it by the time we get it, we can paint your frame. I mean, we can do whatever you need.
I'd rather have you paint it. You know what you're doing.
Cool. We'll sand it down, paint it. You want to go black on the
We'll probably go with a satin black frame.
frame? Okay.
What else do we got?
That's it.
That's
We'll
it.
take care of your boo-boo.
I think I need to drive this up there.
Need some brakes.
It doesn't need brakes. It'd be nice to have brakes, but it doesn't need
Brakes are optional.
You really think Robbie can fix that?
Dude, I did a number on that. When you take something like this old that's been around this long and it's in this good a shape, you bring it into a shop to revive it and you kill it.
Yeah.
That's just
It'll look just as good as it did in the spud fields.
nice.
Just better.
Okay, well, we're gonna let you hit the road and we're gonna get after this. And thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good luck with Deja Blue.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it. I did everything the Banana did. It's finally came. We get to take Deja Blue home. It's like taking our newborn home from the hospital. Isn't she cute? I love her already. All right, we'll get this thing strapped down and we're hitting the road back to the shop. Been a fun day. We finally got Deja Blue in our possession. All right, that's it for Deja Blue. We're taking him home from Matt's Offroad Recovery. He's gonna live the rest of his life in San Pete County. Let's go do some recoveries. All right, so we made it home with the custom-built XJ from Matt's Offroad Recovery. So thank you guys at Matt's Offroad. We really, really appreciate the fact that you took and built this for us. I don't feel like I deserve it, but I do appreciate that you did this for us. Make sure you guys head over to Matt's comments and thank him, because without you guys watching, they wouldn't have been able to do this for me and give it to me as a gift. So I'm super appreciative and I'm very grateful. But you guys are gonna see a little bit of stuff get changed up and finished up here. Matt gave me a list of things that he wants me to finish and kind of redo. So don't get mad when we go over some things, because I have Matt's blessing. But it needs a headliner put in it. It needs the back seat put in it. It needs the collision that somehow happened fixed. That's the back. There's a pop in the front end that Matt told me about. On the steering, there's some popping in the rear end, the coolant overflow, just a few little things. There's a vent hose, nothing super major. we're gonna be doing some recoveries with this. You're gonna see us paint it after King Fred. So that's right, you guys. We've listened, we've seen all the comments. We know you guys want to see us work on Fred. Fred's gonna be a quick job. Not quick, but like boom, boom, boom. We're gonna take it apart. We're gonna put a Cummins in it. We're gonna rebuild it, put new fenders, hood, doors, take the bed off, have our buddies up at Powder Trim Coatings powder coat it. We're gonna redo the boom. We have so much stuff we're gonna do to King Fred because King Fred deserves it. But in the meantime, we're gonna have our XJ workhorse, Deja Blue, doing all our recoveries with us. So, all right, so as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one. Point.
Which way?
Oh.